Barakallah fikum. Any questions before we leave? No.
It's not about to say istikhara that you make the decision already, just Allah to make it easy for you.
No. No. The hadith says very clearly that we were taught to do istikhara for everything. For everything before we decide to do the thing. Even to buy a pair of shoes.
Question.
Now, do you understand that? So it's not after, it's before. What's the benefit after? Does it make sense? There's no logic in it. You're in doubt now. So if you have done what you're thinking of, it's not going to benefit you, but you've already acquired that. Now,
Can we just, do we have to pray the istikhara? Like you said, we have to make a decision on the spot. Can we make the dua, or do we have to pray rak'atayn?
say it again.
So when you're faced with a decision and you have to make it, there's nowhere to pray, or you have to make a decision very quick. Can we just say the dua, or do we actually have to?
Very good. Look, basically the hadith says that you pray 2 rak'at other than that which is prescribed. Now, you can always ask Allah Ta'ala to guide you regardless, but when it comes to istikhara, the prayer of guidance, we stick to the hadith. Understand, Ali? I don't think it's going to be hard to wait a few minutes or an hour or so. However, if it's an emergency, it's another issue here. You just got to make up what you think is best. And you ask Allah to guide you. Now,
Do the consultation for istikhara? Do we consult the people? So, I want to go to some school. Do we do consultation for istikhara, or istikhara?
come. Don't forget, when it rains, it's good time to what? Do dua. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala destroy the kuffar, those who are fighting our brothers and sisters worldwide. May Allah insur al-mujahideen. Alhamdulillah.
About the istikhara, should we do the consultation before the istikhara prayer, or the istikhara prayer?
Very good. Very good. In other words, do we the actual dua, correct? Is it before or after?
No, sometimes we are confused between two things. We're confusing between the two choices. Shall I do consult the people, pray istikhara, or pray istikhara after I consult the people?
No, you have to obviously do istikhara first. The istikhara first, then you consult. You understand? It is always first. Otherwise, you're not going to know exactly which level to go or which path to take. Now, Allah yahfazak wa barik feek. Naam ya Abdullah.
Going back to the doubtful matter.
Yep.
There is a hadith saying that if you're in a doubtful matter, it's best that you should leave it.
Yep. Now.
So what do you say about that? Like in that says that you should leave the doubtful matter.
Very good question, but it's not in this context. Because that is referring to acts of worship or haram and halal. I'll give you an example. Cautiousness dictates. Cautiousness dictates when it comes to matters of doubtfulness. In conjunction to what you said, whoever avoids doubtful matters has preserved his deen and his honor. Correct? That is when it comes to whether this is haram, whether it's halal. The istikhara refers to not this area. It refers back to permissibilities. To what? For example, you want to buy $100 shoes. Correct example. And you're in doubt about it. You are allowed to buy it, correct? But you're in doubt. Should I spend that money or not? So you do istikhara for it. For example, I want to get married. There's a woman out there, a potential bride, but you're still in doubt. What do? The istikhara. But you are allowed to get married to her. You understand the two difference?
You're not actually waiting for some sort of instruction from Allah to make the decision, so you say it.
Very good question. There's a misconception out there that they believe that istikhara must be done before you go to sleep. No. No. It's not a condition of istikhara. The condition of istikhara is that it's allowed to be done at any time when prayer is allowed other than the prescribed prayer. Okay, what's the result? How do you know it's good? How do you know it's bad? You may dream. If you do it at night, you may dream of that which you want to do, of the ordeal. And you find comfort in this. Or you feel a bit sort of hesitant, which is a negative consequence. Or you may feel feelings that you're comfortable, that you're uncomfortable. Your judgment will lie on that which is more comfortable. Because there is always, after your istikhara, one side that is lent more, or you lean into it more than the other. Correct? Do you understand that? No? No? I'll give you an example. You want a second wife, correct? And your wife is going to beat you with the baseball bat. So for your well-being, you say, am I going to get myself into a catastrophe here? Am I going to be able to even, confront my first wife? So what do? You're uncertain. It's a good example. You're uncertain. So what do? An istikhara. Now naturally after your istikhara, you're going to feel comfort to one side more than the other. That's what you take. Understand? Avoid the baseball bat, huh? La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. If we had true belief, true ibadah, the wives will be saying, go get married and I'll find you the wife. No offense, huh? No offense. True ibadah denotes this. It denotes this. No. Say again. It is still doubtful. 50-50 is still doubt. You're unsure. You're unsure. You still do istikhara and then you obviously get at least 1% more than the other. Look, it's the comfort that you feel. The relief that you feel to one side more than the other. You may do it once, twice, 3 times. It's not conditionable that it's only once. It could be more than once. Correct? It doesn't mean that you got a lack of iman. Don't take it wrong here. It means that we have not really practiced or understood ibadah. And I'm not saying you're committing sin. But what I'm saying, if you deny your husband from being married or getting married, then yes, there it is committing sin. Because you're denying the husband the right that Allah has given him. Now,
you're talking about feeling something. What happens if your feeling's neutral? Isn't the dua you're asking Allah to bless whatever you go ahead with?
That's correct. We mentioned it earlier on, Ya Khalid.
So you keep mentioning feelings. I'm saying if your feeling's neutral.
No, we mentioned it earlier on.
I pray istikhara and I don't feel anything.
You should feel something.
That's what I'm asking.
You keep on feeling. Yes, you should. You've definitely felt something, but you're unsure of yourself even, of your feeling. But you've definitely felt something. Any other questions? Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
يغشى الوغى من غير خوف وحنين والأحزاب تشهد في روحه عزم عظيم في الهمة الكبرى تجسد يغشى الوغى من غير خوف وحنين والأحزاب تشهد القائد الأعلى المسدد نبينا